I started on this build 3 weeks ago, and I was trying to make a speed build, but it just ended up becoming too long and it was taking up way too much room on my computer that I couldn't get any other videos recorded. So I'm sorry, but there's only like half a speed build. So for you guys, it'll have only been a week, but I ended up having the smart idea of recording earlier and getting this stuff done. So I'm just gonna show you kind of like how where everything goes. So here we start off with the little wedding arch. I wish that I could bring it closer to the bridge, but sadly I cannot. And the dirt kind of looks a little funny, but I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. This mailbox is functional. There's a little log for people to sit on that's functional. This well, I haven't checked if it's functional, but for the most part, a lot of this stuff is functional. I forgot to delete that. It just looks so weird being right there, but it's okay. And then some wood with some lemons back here. This is my favorite room, which we'll get into. But right now we're just going over the outside of the house. I haven't checked to see if this is functional yet because I don't have any kids to play with. Also, every time whenever I kept going in to play with the household, to like make sure everything was functioning, I kept getting these like mysterious mushrooms popping up in my household inventory. So the idea here is spruce. This is spruce, right? And I'm thinking their kids are going to be playing in here, and so then it's like their dad is watching over them. I also thought about putting a fireplace here, but that would have taken up too much room, and a picnic blanket just seemed like a cute little idea, especially having this right there. Fairy house right there, that's functional. I haven't checked to see if this laundry stuff is functional, but I do know that the laundry baskets upstairs are not functional. They do not register that the laundry stuff is down here, so I put a basket right there. And then here we have another tree. I think this one's a pomegranate. Yeah. Oh, and then this is the little rabbit stump with the little hidden rabbit gnome. Trash is back here. That should be functional. This is their little garden. Little flower garden in the greenhouse. So let's actually knock on the door real quick. So this is the second floor up here. Bunch of gardening stuff, a little table for them to set their stuff on, a tower with like you can watch the stars, and like there's a bench. Oh my gosh, there's so much to look at. Don't worry, don't worry. Okay. Oh, and then I have the bees right here with the barely gnome. So now let's look at what we have going on here. We have this little gnome sitting in the flowers. I made sure that you can still water these guys, and the death flower right there in the middle. A golden tree right there because those are really important. Well, not really important. These are like really special, you know, the little money trees. And then of course I gave Mother Nature the what's this called? What is this called? I don't remember. Oh no. So I gave her this skill. Oh, and I put some like hay to just put the little detail there. So yeah, flower house. Yeah, so this is the floral greenhouse. Why are all of that going down? I also added some fish and stuff in here too. So now we go in here. This is actually really bad. They have somewhere to put their jackets and their shoes, and then for when the winter comes, all of that stuff right there. And the idea for this house is she's gonna have a lot of children. Mother Nature and Spruce are gonna have a lot of descendants. So I'm not too happy with this. I thought about having the no shoes policy because, you know, nature, who's gonna wear shoes outside? Not Mother Nature. Well, she does. Anyway, I deleted it, but then it ended up glitching. So now that's just there to enable that the shoes are on. I also put this little thing, you know, for when they're gathering their food, and they just put it in there. And, you know, the guardian gnomes. There's also a little guardian gnome out here, Gnome Delph. And then we come into here, and I think that these pictures just really suit this room because of the colors and how big it is. And these vines, oh my gosh, I wish that it would have fit better. Like, I wish that it would be its normal size and just fit, like, very smoothly over the door, but I was having so many issues. So, this is the dining room. We have a nice little piano so you guys can listen to, so someone can play some music. Or you can actually hire someone to play it. Hire Bernice Robles? I have no idea who that is. And then a cute little picture of them with a journal, some clay to play with. And then there's a basement over here, but we'll get down to that later. So these guys are kind of like guarding the door, even though this is just a living room. This is my favorite part of the house. We just, oh, well that doesn't make it look nice. So I wanted to make this place feel very naturey and feel like it was like outside kind of. Um, and this is like where all of their little collectibles are, and all of these wood pieces are handcrafted by Spruce Almighty. I thought about having Mother Nature make them because, you know, she kind of made, you know, nature and stuff. But then it's like, what did Spruce do? He made the gnomes, but you know, maybe he could make the other wood sculptures. This thing I have not seen if it's functional yet. I kind of put this thing last minute because I thought it's a globe, Mother Nature, blah blah blah, drinks, yeah. Um, and then the bear sculpture is under there, which was there before I put that there, which is why I don't think that that would actually be functional. This, I don't know what this really is. It's a manual, like a natural living manual. Um, Also, I I'm pretty sure that this was, I don't remember putting that sideways. Um so oh, you know what? No, I don't think so because I downloaded these off the gallery. And so I'm wondering if this is what the custom content thing was about. But I don't think so because when I downloaded them and I put them in here, it didn't say that they were custom content. Oh, and then we have a half finished we have a half finished painting of nature painted by Mother Nature. And getting this stuff here was a little bit of a hassle. I had to shrink this stuff down, and I'm pretending that the makeup brushes are paint brushes. And then here we have some speaker, like a speaker and some other stuff to, you know, I kind of see this as like a skill room. Um, and then like for the painting, you could paint somebody sitting on the bench over here. So this is definitely my favorite room. I really love how this turned out, especially with these lights. They're so pretty. Okay, and then we're gonna come over here, and this is the crafting room. Gosh, I really wish I knew how to like work this camera and like how to move things faster. So there's a little picnic basket for when they're out gathering, and then I'm not too satisfied with the paintings on the walls and stuff, but I'm not a wall decorator. So this is their little crafting station. I did have the flower arranging table right here, but I was having some issues with getting this crystal making thingy in any other room, so that's when I moved the flower arranging table into the floral sunroom out there, because I mean it only made sense. I only had flowers out there and then other vegetables and stuff out here. So yeah, this is the little crystal rock thingy, and then the sculptured thingy, and some aprons for when they don't want to get their clothes dirty. And then in here we have this little bathroom. I won't go in first person because that would have been a pain. Oh yeah, and then like I kind of saw this bathroom as like this is where she stores all of her pots and plants and stuff. So so she just has a bunch of like succulents, cactuses, stuff, and I really wanted to use this bathtub with the plants in it. So this bathroom, basically, you know, can't use the bathtub anymore. It's not like anybody really would have, because you'd have to run upstairs, grab your clothes, come all the way back downstairs. So nobody ever used this bathroom. And so then she has some spare pots down here, and this one's also a toilet for the toddlers. Oh my gosh, so clever. And then, you know, this is the back door. This is actually a yoga mat, and I wanted to put that somewhere, and I felt like that was the best place to put it. Otherwise, if I put it directly in front of the door, then somebody's gonna not be able to go out and they're gonna get mad. So now we're gonna head into the kitchen, and this one I want to say that aside from the living room, this was the second longest room that I spent on. So this is like, fairies, they don't need to eat, but I figured Mother Nature would probably love baking. Now, I did have a regular bowl right here, but it ended up turning out to get really, really dirty, so I had to find a different one, and so I just used that one because it feels kind of fairy-ish. And then I chose this little bread box because of the flowers. It looks a little odd because it's blue, but I just chose it for the flowers. So here we have like the fairy dust with on the spoon. Like she's using that to bake stuff. And then all of her baking stuff, some tea, sink, dishwasher, some more clutter on the shelves, more baking stuff. She loves baking. They don't actually cook because they don't need to eat. But maybe the kids do. I don't know because I haven't played with any kid fairies yet. And then I've also put some candles all around the house as well, trying to make this house as, what's it called? As electricity free as possible. So if the power goes out, or if you guys want to have the lot trait where you don't have any electricity, you could do that. Yes. So then I put the little toddler high chair here for when they have kids. I thought about putting it at the table and making this purple, but I didn't like how it looked, so I kind of put it over here in the corner because I mean, once they grow up out of that toddler phase, you're just going to delete it anyway. So, I wanted to make it as I wanted to make it as functional as possible without having to delete anything and looking as nice as possible. So, yes. Okay, now in here is the apothecary room. It's a very small room. I thought about making it into a bathroom, but I chose not to. So we have a little frog up here, some other stuff. Yeah. So this room's really cute. There's a voodoo doll, some other stuff just hanging around. Honestly, I kind of want to take that down because I feel like it takes up a lot of room. But then if I do that, then it feels very cluttered down here and very open space up here. So yeah, there's a computer too for the apothecary because now that I've had some experience with it, I know how to really build with it. You gotta have a computer with it, otherwise you're gonna be running all the way across the other side of the house. And then I thought about putting all of these on the wall, saying traveling the world for all these apothecary ingredients, and I felt like that it was a nice little touch. And then this little thing, I was pretending that it's a little door for like fairies to go in and roam about the walls of the house or a mouse or something. And then this was just an awkward space, so I made it into a closet full of just cleaning supplies. And then of course with the kids and the family whatever pack, I put this here for them. And then now we're gonna go and head upstairs. So all the kids stuff, I'm not sure if it's functional. This is a very close call, but I'm really hoping it's functional. This is a bathroom, and I know that it's functional because I've already had the Sims go through, play around in it, shower, use the bathroom, use the sink, all of that stuff. So this is the room that you come into when you come upstairs, little fishies, and then I put this little plant thing back here so that way it looks like that there's more plants in the fish tank. Plants everywhere, Mother Nature. So, and then I really wanted to use this table somewhere, but I couldn't figure out where, so I just put it right there. And these rocks too, I had no idea where to put them, so I just threw them on there, and I forgot about them. And then here is a little flower wall. We'll get into this room later, but here is a little flower wall, with this little guy. He's so cute, and I think it's so smart because like, look at him. He's got like a little flower. Okay, so now we go into this room, and this room has like more shrubs and stuff, and I had to shrink down this tree to make sure that this was functional. I see this as another skill room. Very organized. I did the moss, like ground or grass, whatever you want to call it, as carpet. It's like Mother Nature's carpet. So that's why there's a bunch of like mossy grass all around the house, and why you see it on the ceiling as well. It's supposed to be like an outdoor house, but inside. I also forgot to mention, in case if you didn't notice, the outside walls are a darker colored wood, and then the inside walls are a lighter colored wood. Just like how it is on a tree, you know, the outside of the tree is the darker part, and then the inside of the tree is the lighter part. So I don't know how functional any of this stuff is for the kids. Especially these blocks. I made sure that your sim can at least walk over here. So yeah, here's a little like station for the kids to be in, and then for the younger kids to play in over here. Got some books up here, some friendship bracelets, marbles if you want to collect your own, because downstairs I already have a fully completed marble collection, although I couldn't fit in a little marble circle thing to play marbles in, so sorry about that. And then over here, this is where we're gonna get into. I really like this room. This is actually a bedroom. Well, maybe not this room, but this room is like a flowered pressing room. Yeah. So this one I really like. I like how it all came together. I really had my doubts for this room, but I think it is my favorite room now. And maybe not just because it's purple, but oh my gosh, one of my curtains are missing. Oh no! And I just uploaded it to the gallery. Well, that's awkward. So here's a bed with some more curtains, and this just, it's giving princess vibes. And she's got, or he, whoever you want to be in this room, they have some music to listen to, a bunch of collectibles and books and stuff to read, and other teenagers stuff. I mean, they don't have to be a teenager. They could be an adult staying here too if you really want. More books, more stuff, and you could actually make this into a bedroom. So I uploaded the gallery saying that there's 5 bedrooms. And so I kind of counted this one as another bedroom, but there's also like kind of another half bedroom upstairs, and you'll see what I'm talking about soon. So technically it's more like 4.5 bedrooms. So yeah, here's more of the plants outside for the flower pressing stuff. So now we're gonna, oh, wait. Oh yeah, so you go out here, and then this person has like this whole view. And I just, oh, I love it. I love it. It feels so magical. Oh, and then that little gnome. So now I want to show off this bathroom first before I show off the bedrooms. So I kind of imagine this bathroom as like the kids' bathroom. So we have all 4 seasons of the towels. I was thinking, you know, we have spring, summer, fall, winter's missing, or winter and fall's missing. I don't know, however you want to do it. And then I had a hard time figuring out what to put on these walls, so it doesn't, I don't really like it, but it's what I got. And then I kind of wanted to stick with this green theme, so that's why there's a lot of green on the walls. And then a trash, I don't know if that's functional. This bath is functional, even though I just kind of put that up there, so you know, all the stuff necessary for giving a child a bath. Oh, and then a little potty for the toddlers right there too. So now we will go into this room for the toddler. Again, I don't know how functional this is, but I kind of was imagining this as Winter's room. With some butterflies. I just really liked the butterflies, okay? I thought that it was cute, so I put that there. And then this lamp reminded me of a monarch, no wait, not a monarch butterfly, an emperor butterfly, so I put that there. And yeah, so this room, I don't know how functional it is, but there's this. And I was imagining the kid playing with like this little lamp, like putting her little dolls up here, or his little dolls up here, and going da, 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 da. As I was making all of these rooms, I was just like, man, I'm like going off of all these rooms as if like Mother Nature's like 4-season children are all gonna be girls. I mean, I guess I could do that because, you know, it is my game. So anyway, this is the other room, and this is Fall's room. Or autumn. This is autumn's side of the room, and this is spring's side of the room. And I just or no, not spring, summer. I was imagining this one being spring with all the flowers. So this would be spring's room. This one would be winter's room, and this one would be summer and autumn. I was thinking about how the seasons transition from summer to fall and how it goes from like really hot to sometimes really cold sometimes. And I thought summer and fall, would they really get along? But then again, you know, summer and winter probably wouldn't get along much either, because if you haven't seen Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the I think it's clay animated, you should watch that. So I kind of imagine that these guys would be would not get along, and that they would be like complete opposites. Oh, I forgot to show off these. I'll do that in just a second. So yeah, and then with the, you know, during fall, you know, you got all the sports and stuff, and Autumn's really obsessed with sports and spooky stuff, and behind this bag is more stuff, and I kind of imagine she's obsessed with like this football player and nobody knows, so they're just hiding back there. And it's a little evil acorn for Halloween or like spooky season. And then we have summer over here, little basket again. I felt like because autumn had something over here, summer needed something too. And then this shelf, I wish that I could change that space thing. I wanted to have like the space theme, but I couldn't. So I just kind of put this here because like this is tilting, so the axolotl gets a painting in there and a little light for in case if the power goes out. Summer has a beach ball. This is actually the horse ball, so this is like really big. I made sure that these beds were at least functional, so that's a plus. And then this is Summer's little mirror. I honestly chose this mirror because this lady is swimming, but I think Summer is also obsessed with somebody. So, I mean, they at least have that in common. They're both obsessed with somebody. And then out here, I have the little crystal charger for the crystal stage thingy. That, yeah. So, as for these lights, I was trying to create little branches going around. I had to turn all these branches off because it was getting way too bright in here. And the Sims were glowing. So, yeah. And then I did the same down here where I made like a giant chandelier out of the branches, and I think it's so cool. I tried connecting it as best as I could, at least connecting some of the branches. So there's that. And then now that we've gone over 1, 2, 3.5 rooms, now we go upstairs to the main room. We're gonna go up to Mother Nature's. So we start off by entering into this room with the family portrait. Right now it's only Spruce and Mother. So, you know, a bunch of naturey stuff. Yeah, again with the vines not wanting to fit. Some more storage stuff with some more plants on the wall. And then we come into this bathroom. So this bathroom, I wanted to have a shower and a bathtub, both from the fairy pack, so we have that, and I wanted to make it look as naturey as possible, and I just kind of kept thinking about grass, moss, green and brown, you know, grass, dirt, blah blah blah, rocks, yeah, stuff like that. And then out here, you know, more plants. Please don't let these die. I mean, if you don't want them, you can let them die if you want, but then in this room, the lighting in here, I cannot put any ceiling lights or any wall lights in here. I mean, I can, but it won't light up this room. And it's definitely because of the ladder, because I removed the ladder and then all of a sudden the lights work. Now at nighttime, these lights will light up, but this room is just kind of an exercising room, more like a training room, I guess. There's a fridge for if anybody gets hungry, because, you know, this is the, like, 3rd floor, and I don't think anybody would want to go all the way down 2 stories to just go get something to eat. So if you want a little snack, there's a fridge right here with some counters. And then you come up here, and this just, oh, it's so magical. This bush, I have no idea if it's actually functional now that I think about it. This is functional. I tested that, unless if anything changed. Oh, I just remembered. Oh, all the pillars are all the pillars disappeared. As I was building this, these pillars on the side, they kept getting deleted. So I'm going to have to replace all of those and re-upload this house. Um, so now we're going to go from the bathroom to this little upstairs room. Oh, and then here's stuff for like the bathroom in here because there's not enough storage in here. Where are you really going to store all the towels and all your soaps and stuff? Anyway, so we go in here and we enter the room with a little bassinet and a little bed and a nice little dresser with a TV. It looks like a painting, but it's actually a TV. And I thought about putting a TV down in the living room, but then I could imagine Mother Nature being like, oh, well, I want my kids to not have anything to do with like electronics and really connect out with nature. And then Spruce is like, oh, but I want some TV and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So they have like a little hidden TV up here. And then I haven't tested to see how functional this stuff is because if I'll be honest, I got really tired of this and I was ready to quit. I was ready to just upload it as it was, even though the basement was completely empty. And I imagine Spruce and Mother Nature as like being like lovebirds, like lovebirds. Oh, there's a little 4-leaf clover. That's cute. What a nice little touch. Like they are love birds. So, oh my gosh. Oh, I was like, where did my picture go of Mother Nature in them? I need to actually upload that. Or not upload it. There's so much I need to fix before I actually uploaded it again. So I need to, let me make a list. Okay. So I have my list of things to fix before I upload. I mean, it's already uploaded, but nobody's really gonna download it yet. So I put the bassinet next to the bed because I actually have on the other side of this wall the toddler bed or the infant bed. I'm pretty sure that infants would stay in here. I don't think infants would lay in there, do they? I don't remember. I don't really play with the infants too much. Yeah, I was kind of imagining, I was trying to keep this room as what the PAX colors were. I'm trying to figure out how to word that. I wanted to keep this room as the PAX natural colors. So, you know, sticking with the blue and the purple theme. I'm not sure which baby this is because we already have spring. We already have spring's room, winter's room, and summer and autumn's room. So, I mean, I guess you could make Heat Miser and Snow Miser in here. Also, the little galaxy thing for the baby to learn its galaxy. So I don't like this table, but I like how the colors match. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know how functional any of this stuff is. I don't know if this crib is functional. I don't know if this is functional. I won't know until Mother Nature has a baby. And I'm thinking maybe I should just play with Mother Nature a little bit. Or I could just, you know, make them have babies and then leave them do their own thing. So I mean, obviously I'm going to play with Mother Nature so I can take more pictures and put them on the wall. So I'm going to do that after I show off all of this. I think this is actually it. Oh, no, it's not. Actually, let me show off the roof and then we're going to go down to the basement. So this is the house. Oh, I am so happy with how this turned out. Or this build has got to be the most complicated build that I've ever made, but I have enjoyed making this and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I wish that the camera wasn't flying across, but all these little details that I've tried working into this thing, I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. Also, this swing was really hard to get on the edge of the lot right there. It is literally on the corner of the lot and it's just hanging off. So okay, now that I've showed off the house a little bit, now it's time to go to the basement. Oh yeah, I put these things. Why can't I think of words this day? Why can't I think of words this morning? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I put these things here so that way Mother Nature's lot can at least be kind of green. It looks like it's kind of doing something. I don't know. I don't know how to check how green it is. We're gonna have to redo all of this. We're gonna make this a whole greeny place. I think that maybe there's not enough nature, and this house just doesn't make it enough. We're gonna have to add more plants, more nature. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys how to get down. Or not how to get down. You guys know how to get down. You come down here. Here is the basement. There are 2 basements. Now I kind of imagine this being like a little party area down here, you know, birthday party, engagement party, whatever you're doing. I can't figure out how to get the Sims to not glow down here. I figured out that when I delete the lights, everything starts glowing. At least I think that's what it was. So it's like, it's not the lights, but it's actually like the basement or like something up here. But the Sims just glow because there's so much lighting going on. So over here we have the little bartending area with a little menu right here. This is functional. This, I haven't checked to see if it's functional. This closet is functional. I haven't checked to see if this nectar thingy is functional, but I kind of imagine that they would make their own nectar and serve it here at the bar. And then here's a toilet if anybody needs to throw up, and then a bunch of trash cans because we don't want anybody leaving their trash around, including one for when people are on their way out from the party. And then we have a little jukebox. So I made them add more gifts to these piles, so it's really full now. I wanted this little tree thing like in the basement, so that way like it felt more tropical, but I am not proud of the basement. I'm not proud of the basement's basement. It is supposed to be like a little tropical pool thing down here, and this is where I give up. This is where I call it done. This is where I cross the line and I say, okay, I'm done now. I can't get my camera to do this thingy, and it is hurting my eyes, and I just basically put in all the basic necessities, and I'm calling quits. This is it. So well, at least Mother Nature's enjoying the pool, and that's all that matters. I can't change the pool water, which disappointment. And then I don't know. I have no words. I'm not happy with this at all. But I imagine, you know, people sitting like on the sand at the table eating their food, and then like people enjoying themselves in the hot spring, and then like we even have some tea stuff over here with some bowls for people to eat at the table, and a little toddler pool. And if you don't want to sit on the sand, then you can sit at the table over here, monitor your children, and you guys could have a pool party here. But I don't like this basement. Not at all. Not at all. I do not like the basement's basement. I like the basement, but I do not like the basement's basement. So yeah, that's all I have. I mean, I'm sure sometime in the future I will fix up the pool, but this is what I got. And I hope that you guys enjoy it, because I'm in love with this house, except for the basement's basement, but we won't talk about that anymore. The little details that I put in this house, I am in love. Are there things that I wish could be different? Yes. There are a few things that I wish could be different. Actually, a lot of things that I wish could be different. I wanted to have a whole like glass room, basically like showing out into either the side of the house or back here, but I worked with what I got, and I worked by some Pinterest pictures. I literally looked up fairy homes on Pinterest, and whatever I found, I was just like, oh my gosh, I love that idea. Oh my gosh, look, it's hanging off the side like that. I like that. And so like this little thing right here, I enlarged this to make it like hold up, because I was like, I don't like how it's like actually floating like that. Like I want that to actually fit there if I can, which I just realized, why is it white down there? I'll have to fix that too. Yikes. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you guys enjoyed it, I can't even talk anymore. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like, and if you have any other recommendations on what I should do next, go ahead and leave a comment, and if you want to check out more of my videos, go ahead and check out my channel, and even possibly subscribe. I don't just upload sim videos, I also upload Roblox videos, and I'm also looking to start uploading some Minecraft and Fortnite videos, but stay tuned for that, because I'm only uploading about once a week, just to make it easy on myself because I work so much. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Okay, bye!